Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. My name is Perpetual, and the topic that I have for you today is just to raise awareness of preeclampsia in pregnant women, and it will also be my testimony and my experience with preeclampsia. Stay tuned. So many people have been asking me why I had a premature baby at 30 weeks. They've been asking me why I had a premature baby, and I told them I had preeclampsia, and some of them don't understand what it is. So I'll just define for you what preeclampsia is, and then I'll tell you my experience with preeclampsia. So preeclampsia is potentially a pregnancy complication that begins at 20 weeks. Some women have abnormal high blood pressure, so that's the main thing with preeclampsia. Women with preeclampsia normally have high blood pressure. Okay, so when you go for a test, you find that you've got protein in the urine. So preeclampsia is very dangerous. It can cause death to both of you, mom and baby, or maybe one of you can die and both of you can survive, but the mom will, have that blood pressure, and it's very dangerous. So when I was 28 weeks, I went for a test. Okay, so before that, when I was working, I didn't know that I had preeclampsia by then. When I was working, I used to have very strong heart palpitations, like like if someone just threatens you from nowhere, you're like, yeah. So I used to have those heart palpitations just from maybe 20 weeks upwards there. So sometimes they would take me to an emergency department while I'm at work just to go and check what's the problem. They took me for a heart x-ray to see maybe I've got a heart condition or something, but there was nothing. I was just having palpitations. I gained too much weight. I was big. I gained too much weight, and for all my babies, I've never gained that weight like that I had with this one. So I had an appointment at 28 weeks, and they went to check my baby. My baby was not growing so well, and they said the placenta is not supplying enough nutrients to the baby, and the baby was not, at the normal size at that time at 28 weeks. And from there, they told me, I went for some tests, and they told me I had preeclampsia, and they told me it might be I can have a baby before 40 weeks, or maybe if it's not that severe, it will be at 34 weeks you can have a baby. So I went together with my husband at that time, and we spoke about it, and we just prayed to God that everything goes well. And the following week at 29 weeks, it was on Monday, I had my antenatal care. So before then, during the night, before it was Sunday night, I didn't sleep that day. I had severe high blood pressure. I couldn't understand. So I told my husband to take my blood pressure that night, and I told him to give me some cold water. It was just not good. So in the morning around 2 o'clock, I went for my antenatal, and my blood pressure was very high. It was about 200. So the nurses, the midwives told me not to go home. They will admit me there and then because they have to monitor my blood pressure for 24 hours. So, and then on Tuesday, my blood pressure was still high. It didn't go down. They tried to give me, medication, just, maybe too much water, maybe it will go down, but it didn't. So they decided to send me to a town. It's very far, about 2 hours drive, with an ambulance, an emergency. So in the ambulance, my blood pressure was going. I could see myself die that day. Like, I couldn't breathe well. It was bad. I just thought that I would die that day because I could see my blood pressure rising from 200, 250, 280. It was just so bad. So when I arrived at the hospital, they put me on the drip, and before they started me on medication, blood pressure medication, they just wanted to see, like, for 2 hours how I will go, and my blood pressure was still high. It was still high, and then they gave me some blood pressure medication, but still my blood pressure was not going down. So in the morning, and that time I was now 30 weeks, it was Wednesday, now I was 30 weeks pregnant. In the morning, the doctors came, they were checking if the baby is okay, but the baby was not, there was not much movement that day. So they took me in for an emergency C-section, and that was how I had my baby at 30 weeks. 30 weeks, the baby was so tiny. My baby was born, because of pre-eclampsia, the baby was not growing so well, so it was born at 1,776 grams. It was so tiny. After C-section, I went back to the room, and then the following morning the doctors came to me and they told me, you are lucky that you survived. You are lucky that your baby survived too, because your placenta was smelling. It was like rotten. Can you imagine, like, you are pregnant with a baby and your placenta is smelling? Oh God, I was so confused. Like, why is it? Because your pre-eclampsia, they said my pre-eclampsia was so severe. That's why my placenta was smelling, but the baby is fine. And they told me that it's good that the baby came out early. Otherwise, you wouldn't have reached 40 weeks or 34 weeks. You would have just died, and the baby would have just died. So I begin to cry. I thank God for saving me and for saving my baby. And from there on, they continued to monitor me while I was still in the hospital. My blood pressure went down a little bit, but when I was discharged, my blood pressure again went back, high. So it happens mostly with women with pre-eclampsia. So when you have pre-eclampsia, even if you deliver a baby, you still continue taking the medication, because the blood pressure won't go down immediately. You become normal now. So for me, it took about 2 months for the blood pressure to come back to normal. So I was going for checkup, and I was admitted again because of blood pressure. They thought maybe I had clots. They checked, everything was okay, and I had severe headaches, like severe headaches. They gave me Panadol. Pre-eclampsia is not good, really. It's not good. That's why most women die. Some women die, they don't know why they died. Maybe they had pre-eclampsia and they did not know. This is why I decided to make this video, to raise awareness of pre-eclampsia in pregnant women. Please, if you're having symptoms like I had heart palpitations, you're not feeling too well, or maybe you've got blood pressure and you know it, tell them to do blood tests. Maybe you might have pre-eclampsia. Pre-eclampsia has killed a lot of women, and some of them didn't know that they had pre-eclampsia. So please, women, do not neglect yourself if you have symptoms like that. If you feel you've got high blood pressure that it's not going down, please go to the doctor and tell them to take blood tests and find out if you have pre-eclampsia. They can take out the baby, they can save you and the baby before it's too late. I've seen some women that died because of pre-eclampsia. Even after you deliver, some women died because of high blood pressure. So it's just by the grace of God that we are alive, and my baby is fine. And this is what I wanted to tell you today. And please share this video to women, even if you know someone that is not pregnant, or maybe they're married. Anyone, to all the women, please share this video and raise awareness of pre-eclampsia in pregnant women. Please share this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, comment down below, and share this video once again. Until next time, it's bye-bye.